If you love Among Us but bored of its 2D animations, here is something new and cool for you. Today's game is super exciting one, but before we start, can I kindly ask you to let me know in the comments which next game you want us to review. Dread Hunger offers much more than can be expected. In this survival game of deceit and team play, two by default players will get chosen at random to become trolls. The remaining 6 crewmates must work together to navigate the explorer's ship around treacherous icebergs to complete each mission while identifying the betrayers. Players around the world can take part in 3 different missions on either NAA or HK servers. Despite playing the tutorial, I instantly felt a little lost in my first Dread Hunger game. After a couple of games I learned quickly from other players and felt more comfortable about deceiving my teammates. Similarly, playing as an explorer was just as fun, working together to collect coal for the boiler to push the ship on to its destination. Dread Hunger is part social experiment, part adventure survival game. Aside from one expedition I joined, I felt welcomed by the community, getting to know the players and often continuing future expeditions with the same crew. 8 people are launched into an expedition. After a quick game of poker, 2 players are dubbed trolls. The trolls' identity is not revealed to anyone, apart from the trolls themselves. In all of the games I've played, everyone moves to the boiler room to place their lump of coal into the furnace. Hunter 1, Engineer 2, Captain 3 and so on. What I love about Dread Hunger is an ability to form a social community where rules and trends carry across from expedition to expedition. Even if you're new to the game, players are generally accepted and taken under the wing of another teammate to show them the ropes. Getting picked as one of the trolls is undoubtedly nerve-wracking at first. There are essentially 2 roads you can go down: low profile or high profile. Low profile troll play is about sabotaging the ship and its crew in the least identifiable way possible. Generally keeping with the group, keeping up comms and doing the bare minimum, but just enough to throw the ship off its course. With this style of play, you can gather coal like the rest of the explorers, but instead of putting it into the furnace, quietly dump it into the sea where it can be found. You may even be tempted to gather food as the hunter and discreetly poison it. As the ship forges on, you can command whiteouts and cannibal attacks, or stay close to the ship and attempt to blow holes in it using explosive barrels. Either way, the aim is to sabotage the ship and its crew to prevent them from reaching the finishing line. As an explorer, your mission is to hunt, craft, and survive long enough to reach the end. You need to gather coal to fire up the furnace in order to move the ship. Coal can be found in coal sleds dotted around the map and carried safely back to the ship in your inventory or a coal barrel. But there's more to just gathering coal. Explorers must battle the almost constant need to overcome hunger and warm themselves from the freezing temperatures. As the days go on, blizzards occur, dropping the temperatures even further and making it harder to stay off the boat for long enough to gather materials. In the meantime, it's also your job as explorers to navigate the ship safely through the ice sea, avoiding giant icebergs in an effort to reach the open waters. All of this must be done alongside identifying the trolls to stop them from sabotaging the mission. Uncovering the truth in Dread Hunger is what makes the game so inviting. As a good guy, I was openly helpful, contributing the progress of the crew, collecting coal, gathering food, and patching up any damage on the boat. Meantime, keeping an eye on potential suspects. following their every move to wean out the villains from the group. Dread Hunger ultimately offers the right balance between several game genres. Granted, it might not offer hours upon hours of longevity, but for the time being, I'm enjoying being drawn to the social aspect of it. Nervously tapping my feet to see whether I get picked as a troll. Whether you want to put your friendships to the test or join up with players from around the world, it's not easy deceiving a group of people or trying to play detective and identifying the true villain.